Why spells don't work. In a follow-up to my previous video linked up here about how to get real magical powers, or some might say how to get superpowers, I've had a lot of feedback about that video saying that people have tried to do real magic and it just doesn't work. Well, in this video I'm going to explain why that might be and what you can do to make sure that your real magic spells do hit the mark and make real magic spells that actually work. Hi there, welcome back to Real Wizardry, where we make your life more magical. My name's Neil Trigger, it says it down there. I'm going to be your magical host, so let's begin by talking about what I said in the last video. And if you haven't already seen it, scroll back a bit and use the link that I put in the top right hand side of the video earlier. Then come back here to see why these things might not work for you and what you can do about it. In the first video, I explained that you need to think yourself lucky in order to be lucky, but knowing this consciously and knowing it deeply and unconsciously are two very, very different things. You'll probably know by now that there is something out there that exists already called hypnosis, and you might also know quite a lot about it. You might believe it, or you might not. You might have very strong opinions about it, but there are some misconceptions about hypnosis that I just want to dispel. Firstly, hypnotists like me, I'm a qualified hypnotherapist, are not really the hypnotist. Speaking as someone who became a qualified hypnotherapist with the American Board of Hypnotherapy over 10 years ago, I can say with authority that the real hypnotist is the person actually being hypnotized. The hypnotist or hypnosis practitioner merely guides the subject into hypnotizing themselves, and this is a key. The reason that this is a subtle but very important distinction is that most people ascribe to the idea that the magical powers are the hypnotists, but that's not really fair. You hypnotize yourself all the time. Yes, you, even you. And you probably don't even know it. So let me give you some examples and see if you recognise them. Have you ever walked or cycled or driven somewhere and not really paid that much attention to where you were or where you were going until you got there? If you think really carefully, you'd be sure that you did get to that junction or roundabout or doorway or whatever and passed over it, round it, through it, but you can't necessarily remember the details of actually doing it. Well, that's hypnosis. You were in a trance of sorts. Another example, well, have you ever watched a film at a cinema and wonder how you ever got through your popcorn bucket so fast without knowing that you did it? Possibly even before the commercials and trailers had finished. The film or even the trailers embraced you so tightly that you didn't concentrate on the food that you were actually putting into your mouth and chewing, and so you were in a trance then too. That is hypnosis. So who cares about hypnosis, right? Well, who cares about food or even getting somewhere without recalling anything? Well, it's all about your conscious mind. The thing that you need to understand about magic, that's real magic, is that it has its base in psychology. Now, I'm not talking about Wicca or Satanism, Christianity, Judaism, Gnostic teachings, pagan values, or any other path to spiritual enlightenment. This is real wizardry, and we go about things slightly differently. In case you've not worked it out yet, or in case this is the first time you've been on my channel, certainly for a while, welcome. But you do need to understand something. I'm going to cut the bullshit. If you want to be Harry Potter, I'm with you in that fantasy, but that's all it is. It's a fantasy. It's a lovely fantasy, but it's not real. That doesn't mean that you can't live a more magical life. Can you wave a magic wand and get everything you want? Well, no, obviously not. But you can cast real spells that will work. This video isn't called How to Make Spells Work. I might do another video about that, and I think maybe already I have, I don't know. But this video is called Why Spells Don't Work, and you probably already know the answer to it. Spells are cast because people want something to change. The kinds of people that cast spells want change, but they may not be willing to put in the effort in the real world to exact that change upon the real world around them. Sure, these people may say that they're willing to do whatever it takes, and if you're one of these people, then I apologise to label you like that. But yes, I mean you too. Those seeking love through love spells are seldom willing to go out of their cosy home and seek the people out with whom their love spell could work. People casting money spells often, somewhat ironically, spend vast amounts of money on spells and activities that just do nothing to increase their wealth. Indeed, the desperation of financial insecurity can often lead to people taking advantage of these desperate people and making them poorer. That's really sad. So no matter the spell, no matter the desire, you'll find people casting stuff all over the place, trying to get an edge on life, but all the while missing out on a key part of the equation. Yes, you'll see Rhonda Byrne's book The Secret espousing the benefits of belief or faith that you will just get whatever you want, it'll come to you. But here's the secret for free, and this is the real secret. The rest of the book repeats itself and gives loads of examples of exactly the same thing. And I'm not saying that belief or faith isn't important, because it is. It really is. But the second part of the equation is often missed out of the law of attraction. You need to take action. Now, I know I've already said that the law of attraction is the law of the right action. I sometimes think that the law of attraction should be called the law of take action. I mean, for crying out loud, it's got the word action in attraction. Yes, believe it will come to you by all means, but if you sit at home alone and don't interact with anyone, how is the world, those people around you, or the universe in general, whatever you want to call it, how can existence mould itself to your will if you're not going out there and doing it yourself? You're not doing anything to influence the world in any way. Now, I'm down with the whole law of attraction thing. I love it. But I've seen some amazing things that appear to have come from that mindset. But that mindset isn't everything. The action that you take is everything. Keep that mindset, of course. But as I said in the video that I mentioned right at the very beginning, there's a lot to be said for being positive and using the right words. But if you have no audience to hear those words, what's the point? Just to cap off this video, I wanted to say that I've studied for a PhD in psycholinguistics and I know how to talk positively. I really do. And in such a way that it just gets people to listen. That is one of the things that has led you to this point in the video. So I'd like to ask you a question. If I put out more videos like this, would you want to watch them? They can help you to get better relationships, win debates, communicate better, improve your work life, get paid more, gain more skills and love, improve friendships, basically get whatever you want and have a better life. If that's something you'd like, please subscribe now and click that bell button to be notified of future uploads. And if you enjoyed this video, please click that like button. That really helps me out an awful lot by telling YouTube that it was a good video and that more people should have a look. A massive shout out to these wonderful people. They're my members and patrons from Patreon and YouTube, and they help me out every single month. If you want to become one of these wonderful people, I will love you forever. The links are down in the description. That's about it for this week. I am moving house. It's all a bit hectic, but I'm going to try to keep up with my release schedule. I'm not going to be able to go live on Saturdays until after I move, so look forward to that. It's going to be good. But I'll be back next time with some more magical awesomeness, whenever the next time is, hopefully on Wednesday. And until then, as always,
stay magical.